now.
They talk about the Cowboys every day. You understand there's 31 other NFL teams. How many Major League Baseball teams are there? 30? 32 NHL teams. They only talk about the Cowboys.
How about that?
They're America's team, and by the way, it's all just marketing. Have you watched the documentary on America's team or the football life? It was just marketing. It was the late 70s. But the football guys didn't like it.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
Hey, welcome Canada and Canadian sports fans around the world. Welcome to the RP Show, episode number 473 of Canada's daytime sports talk shows, coming to you from the bunker here in Western Canada, where it is snowing today.
I know.
I can't believe it.
Unreal.
You were the guy that said once the hockey seas's over, it's going to be summer. Remember that? You said it's going to be hot.
I blew it.
You blew it.
It's supposed to be 25 this weekend, but I thought yesterday at 18, 19 was the start of something.
And the thing is, if you're playing hockey in late April in Canada, you should be wearing shorts to the rink.
That's the idea.
It's April the 28th, and it's snowing. I can't believe it.
That's the reward, right, for playing this late. It's supposed to be.
It's one of the rewards.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, we got a fun day today, and I see everybody's into it. They're into the groove. I don't know if you've noticed this morning. They've all showed up on time for coffee.
That's right.
And all your comments kind of morph with ours on the Quick Six show topic. So hang on, Director Jordan, because we do have special guests here in the bunker today that have brought gifts. The Prince Albert Raiders, my alma mater. Cliffy's here, Cliffy Mapes, Mike Sissons, the business guys have brought gifts. And I don't know, they're all exciting.
Yeah.
I'd hate to rate which is better than the others.
Where do you want to start?
I don't know. How about that?
Okay, well, let's do this.
We got bobbleheads here.
We didn't see enough of this guy.
Is that Caden Gooley?
It is. But he's got the Habs hat on here. So
First round pick of the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Nice.
I like that.
And can I say it?
You can't say it.
Neon Leon Draisaitl.
Oh, yeah.
The highest scoring German in the history of the National Hockey League as of this week.
That looks good.
That is a hot uni, too.
It's really
You guys
good.
still wear that for special occasions? No? It's gone? Gone. So, well, how about that?
Yeah.
Even more of a collector's
How about
item.
that?
Plus these 50-year anniversary pucks, which, as Mr. Sizz told me last night, celebrations are on hold for the 50-year anniversary. Hey, Sizz?
Next year.
Next year, right. So thank you so much to the Prince Albert Raiders, whom we love, and we always have this Aussie Weisblatt bobblehead on the desk, always. So sit and enjoy the show, gentlemen. Glad to have you in. What do you got, Dupes?
No, that's it. That's
okay.
Good.
So coming up today, there is going to be some NFL draft talk. Andy McNamara joining us from Fan 590 Toronto. He's their fantasy sports expert. Also hosts Canada's #1 Cleveland Browns podcast. Andy McNamara with us in hour one. He is the former voice of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. In hour two, Jim Lang, Canada's foremost NFL expert, will join us to preview rounds 1 through 7 of the NFL draft. He is the former voice of the Toronto Argos. So we got some football guys, but there's a lot of hockey in the Quick Six. Please hit it, Director Jordan, and thank you. By the way, Clark's dad's watching, Rod Monroe. He says, good morning, gentlemen, including Cliff, who I hope is doing well. Oh, Cliffy. Oh, by the way, the people in Kingston, Ontario are very excited. And I'll get to that. For those that have just started watching this program across North America in all 10 provinces and 31 states, the show topics are of importance to me. So they might not be the most important in the world, but to me, this is what's got me going. Can you believe, #1, Vladdy's in the zone?
Yeah.
3 home runs last night. We're calling the Pats Winnipeg Ice game on television last night in the Dove Hub, and my phone's going off. Vladdy's hitting 1, hitting 2, hitting 3. And he made Major League Baseball history last night with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs, the youngest player to ever do it in Major League history. And the Blue Jays go on to beat Washington 9-5. They shouldn't be this good. We talked about it yesterday.
Thought they were a year away, right?
And they might still be.
They still might be, but man, are they fun to watch.
Who needs George Springer?
Incredibly fun to watch. Vladdy's slim, trim, and he's...
His dad's tweeting, Vladdy Sr.
Oh, yeah.
If you saw that, it's just an unbelievable story. And the Blue Jays go after a sweep of the Nationals here today, 5:07 Mountain first pitch. That's point 1. Point 2, Patrick Roy wants back in the National Hockey League as a head coach. And I don't know how he made this intention known. It just came across my radar this morning from Coho Hockey, of all people, tweeted it.
Okay, well, that's...
Yeah. from the account Cole Hockey, and they said, where should he go? And this has led to our poll question today for Capital Automall, Universal Collision Center. Where should Patrick Roy coach next year? I told these guys in the morning meeting, I've loved Patrick Roy before any of you were born, since 1986. I just love the guy. And I'm not even a Montreal Canadiens fan. I'm a goalie fan. So our options that we came up with were Montreal, Buffalo, if you can believe Winnipeg, don't at me, or other. And the first, is it on Facebook yet? Do we have a vote result yet, guys? Or no? Wiki. Other is leading. And the only reason I put in Winnipeg is I had 3 Jets fans today write me earlier today and said, Winnipeg. I'm like, you have a coach.
And he's pretty good.
Man. Winnipeg. I'm still trying to figure them out. I love them. I love the passion. But there's not a lot of practicality and logic there as far as Jets fans go. I'm still saying Montreal. And then I've got Habs fans writing me going, oh, so we can leave us twice? You remember what happened? The infamous night, what was it, 1995? We were all watching it on Hockey Night in Canada. Guys from PA, where should Roy coach next year? Just yell it.
I like Montreal.
Montreal, Cliffy? Montreal. Yeah, it's Montreal. Where else is Patrick Roy going to coach?
I know.
For the love of Pete.
I know. Does he have to wait for that job? Does
No.
Dominic Ducharme keep it if he does well? But, yeah, not looking good.
William May, well, where is it? Andrew Stute watching. He is living out here in the West, but he's from Montreal. He says, and no way Roy for the Habs. I guess when they retired his jersey in 2008, the night before the Grey Cup in Montreal, there's still hard feelings. That did not smooth over the waters. And if you remember, Mario Tremblay was the coach, and I believe Serge Savard was the general manager. It's an entirely new regime. I think it's a new ownership group there. Can we get over this? Can we get Patrick Roy to Montreal and coach the Canadiens? Make it happen. I have a 2B point, Darren.
Okay.
It is a Montreal theme. The Canadian Elite Basketball League announced yesterday that it will be engaging Montreal's passionate basketball fan base to help name the team and select the team colors of the potential expansion franchise for the 2022 CEBEL season. So Montreal is getting a team in the Canadian Elite Basketball League. They're having a name the team contest with the fans. I love these kinds of things. And what I love the most, as we got in at the ground floor level with the CEBL, we're on the train. So Montreal all on point 2. Point 3 is tonight's games in the National Hockey League. If you notice, there was no games in the Scotia North Division last night, but tonight they're just monumental. And I'm going to be watching it all because for you and me, hockey season's over, right?
That's right.
From the broadcast booth perspective, it's Toronto at Montreal and then Edmonton at Winnipeg. And I'll just say this from an Oilers-Jets perspective, that's the game I'll be watching the most. Can you break it down and just say this is the playoff preview? This is the way we need to defend Connor McDavid. This is the way we need to play defense as a team. If we can do it tonight, we got a chance in a 7-game series in the playoffs because they're going to play each other. That's what I'm going to be watching for tonight from a Winnipeg perspective on TSN 3. Your Leafs are playing Montreal. They're calling that a playoff preview tonight.
Yeah, they're both playoff previews.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting. And I'll be watching both those games pretty intently. So it'll be fun. And again, we're talking about what's Montreal do moving forward, right, with Dominic Ducharme, who's a pretty good coach. If there's a first-round playoff upset there in the works, he might be able to solidify that spot.
It's all on Dominic Ducharme.
Completely.
Whether he keeps his job or not. So do you see the Leafs-Habs game as a mini playoff preview?
I do.
This will give you an indication of what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah, it'll give you an idea. And things usually balance out over a 7-game series. So I look less, honestly, I don't look as much at these individual results down the stretch as I look at the 60 minutes, right, and how the two teams actually attack the game to see how it's going to play out.
This is the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace. Order a fabulous Four Seasons pizza and your favorite beverage for takeout and delivery. One-stop shopping, call or order online. That is Four Seasons Sports Palace, 909 Arcola Avenue East. We got all the sports on television. You're going to need a pizza and some boneless Greek ribs to go with it. Make the Four Seasons your place. On the hockey vein, a lot of people writing in here on Shane Wright and Connor Bedard. there was people in Kingston that watch this show every day that are really upset that they can't see Shane Wright play with a Frontenac. But they saw him last night with Team Canada. 3 goals, Connor Bedard an assist. Connor looked dazzling in a 12-1 rout. And they're playing again today. That's at these international tournaments. Just like zing. You better be paying attention right from the start.
Oh, yeah.
It's over before you know it.
They move fast. But it'll be fun, too, because we haven't seen Shane Wright all season. So it'll be fun to get to watch him. And I know we didn't really get to last night because we were calling the game, but it'll be fun to dig into the U18s.
I love this on the CEBL Name the Team contest. They're already writing in with comments. Patrolman Pete in Winnipeg. Have you guys found that? Can you put it? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Montreal Seals. Come on. I hope they do better than that. By the end of the show, let's get that team named.
Okay, I'm into it.
From Nelson Hakowicz, he says, if it's anything like their MLS team rebrand, it'll be Club de Basketball Montreal. I like it. What's taking them so long in Edmonton, by the way, with the football team?
Yeah.
It's like if they're going to play, there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done all across the CFL before August 5th. Habs for Life's watching in Vancouver. He says, Habs coverage. I love it. Oh, yeah. Andrew Stute says, no playoff preview tonight because Drouin has taken a leave of absence. People writing me saying, do you know what Drouin's leave of absence is for? No. And if you took a leave of absence, would you want the world knowing? Probably not. From Chris Robinson in Kingston, Ontario. Montreal Slam? I think we have the rights locked down for that, don't we? Don't we have the franchise? What do you call it? Trademark?
Trademark on the Slam? Yeah.
Because it was the Saskatoon Slam back 30 years ago. Oh, sheesh. Clark, he says, how about the Montreal Smoked Meats? Let's sell the name of the team to Rubens.
Or Schwartz's.
Right. One of those famed smoked meat restaurants on St. Catharines.
Or the bagel shops.
Let's sell it.
The bagel shops are
like
good too, yeah.
The Montreal Molsons. What else do I have? We're kind of running out of time here. There's a story that I want to tell, too, coming up in the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace. Point 4, NFL draft hype. That's coming up more so with Andy McNamara and Jim Lang later on, so I won't touch that here. Other than AB has signed a 1-year deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's a thesis right there.
Yeah.
A guy that everybody wanted to put in the loony bin, and he comes back and wins the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers and re-signs for $3.1 million yesterday with incentives up to $6 million. You understand, there's receivers in the NFL with this talent making $15 to $20 million a year. The Bucs got him for $3 million. And it's a Brady thing.
It's a Brady thing.
It's got to be a Brady thing.
Yeah.
We'll address that with Andy McNamara and Jim Lang coming up. Point 5, Rob Bagg is going into the Queen's University Hall of Fame, the Queen's Golden Gales. I got to tell you a story about Rob Bagg, and I've told it many times, but never on this show. And it's getting to be like a long time ago. But it's one of my favorite stories. And Bagg will say this is true. I got it from Eric Tillman, so if it's wrong, blame Eric. But Bagger says this is true. 2007 draft, Rob Bagg doesn't get drafted into the CFL. You know the story.
Yes.
Hard luck story. Riders extended a tryout to him to come try out for the club. And lo and behold, training camp 2007, Rob Bagg makes the team. But he has a one-on-one meeting with the head coach, Ken Austin, and Kent says, you made the team. Rob Bagg says, no, coach, I'm going back to Queens to finish my degree for my 5th season. And Kent goes, well, I'm an athletic. I really appreciate your honesty and your integrity, and good luck with that. And who knows what's going to happen down the road. He made the team, and he left to go back to Kingston.
Unbelievable.
This is where it gets fun. Ken Austin walks into Eric Tillman's office and says, you're not going to believe what just happened with Rob Bagg. I told him he made the team, and he said he didn't want it. He left. The funny thing is, Kent's like, I admire your decision, son. Good luck with everything. And then goes into the GM's office and goes, can you believe what just happened? Nobody does that. Well, Rob Bagg comes back, of course, makes the team in 2008. Rookie of the year, I believe. Or was it Dressler? Anyways, he had a tremendous year, but then the heartache happened. The 2009 13th man, the loss in the 2010 Grey Cup, the knee injuries, the shoulder injuries. My God, it didn't look like he was ever going to win a Grey Cup, and then they do in 2013. And Rob Bagg embodied Saskatchewan tough. He just reminds me of a fuzzy era of Rough Rider football where the players and the fans were just right like that, right?
Yeah.
You know it. You were a fan of the team. Rob Bagg is a Hall of Fame person. And I can't wait until the day comes that he comes into the Riders Plaza of Honor. But for today, he's going into Queen's University Hall of Fame. That's my Rob Bagg story.
That's cool.
He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, and it's just impossible to hate Rob Bagg.
Why would you?
You can't. You just can't. And so, I mean, that's just a Saskatchewan story, right, of success.
I'm reading the comments here. Oh, man. From T-Bone on YouTube says, can you please do some more hockey on your show? Here's the deal that we have. I do the talking and you do the watching. We're not a jukebox where you plug in a quarter and pick your tune. We'll decide. You just sit back and enjoy. And point 6, the last one, is a Dub Hub wrap. We'll do that a little later. The Pats and the Ice, their season ended last night. What a rock'em sock'em affair, by the way. Peyton Krebs gets knocked out of the game. Have we heard how he is today? I said to Dupes, how long before Kelly McCrimmon's phone goes off in Vegas? Your first round pick just got knocked out of the game with a head injury, which I'm hearing today might be shoulder.
Yeah, it's upper body. Took that hard check.
I think he's going to be fine. But their season's wrapped up yesterday. Today, it's Brandon, Saskatoon, and the Prince Albert Raiders against the Swift Current Broncos. This is the last game in the Dub Hub. So kudos to everybody for pulling it off. Kudos to the Western Hockey League for getting it done. We've just loved our time. Andy McNamara joins us next. This has been the Warmup. You're watching the RP Show on Game Plus Television, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports talk for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com. Listen live.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of the Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.